Surah Al A'la, Ibn Kasir, by Quran.com. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى. Commentary. Rule number 1. Scholars have ruled that when anyone recites the verse سبح اسم ربك الأعلى, that is, pronounce the purity of the name of your most exalted Lord, 87:1, it is commendable to say Subhana Rabbi al-A'la, that is, I pronounce the purity of my most exalted Lord. This was the practice of all noble companions like Sayyidina Abdullah bin Abbas, Ibn Umar, Ibn Zubair, Ibn Musa, and Abdullah ibn Masud. Whenever they started reciting the surah, they would recite Subhana Rabbi al-A'la, that is, I pronounce the purity of my most exalted Lord. It should be noted that the desirability of reciting this is outside of the prayer. Ruling number 2. Sayyidina Uqbah ibn Amir al-Juhani narrates that when Surah Al A'la was revealed, the Holy Prophet ﷺ instructed, say this Subhana Rabbi al-A'la in your sujud prostrations. Pronounce the purity of the name of your most exalted Lord. Subhana Rabbi al-A'la. The word tasbih means to pronounce the purity, and Sabbih isma rabbika signifies the honor, to honor the name of your Lord. When the name of Allah is pronounced, it should be done with utmost humility and respect. His name should be kept pure and free from anything that is unbecoming to his sublime status. Allah should be called by the names He Himself has stated or taught the Holy Prophet ﷺ. It is not permitted to call Him by any other name. Ruling number 3. Besides, it is included in the above imperative that there are some names exclusively meant for Allah. Calling human beings or any other creation by those specific names is contrary to declaring the purity of Allah. Therefore, it is not permissible. Qurtubi. Nowadays, people are not particular about names like Abdul Rahman, Abdul Razak, Abdul Ghaffar, and Abdul Quddus. They call the persons bearing these names Rahman, Razak, Ghaffar, Quddus, and so on for short. People have got into the habit of shortening such names without realizing that the speakers as well as the listeners are committing a sin. People commit this joyless sin day and night without any reason. Some commentators interpret the word ism does not mean name in this verse. Instead, they say it is referring to the Zat or the being of Allah. According to the Arabic expressions, this interpretation is not unlikely, and the Quran has used the word ism in that sense also. The hadith that instructs us to recite the tasbih in sajdah is not I pronounce the purity of the name of my most exalted Lord, but I pronounce the purity of my most exalted Lord. This indicates that in this context, ism is not used in the sense of name, but it refers to the being of Allah Himself. Qurtubi.